Good job. That was good practice today. We're all done. Okay, see you tomorrow. Oh, hello. Hey everybody, I'm Kendra Allison, speech pathologist, and I am here to present some of the things that I have learned from doing telepractice recently. Here's a quick backstory about my experience with telepractice. I work in the public school sector, but I work far away from the school county that I work in. So I wanted to have a way to be able to serve my kids and also myself and to cut down on my driving. But also I work in a county that has a lot of staffing gaps. And it's largely because of the location that it's in. So we have a lot of people who come out there and work for a year and then they don't come back because of the drive. Unlike me, I've been rolling out there strong for years. So we started a telepractice program that we could serve our students within school and then have more options for speech pathologists to serve them. So I've been doing this for about a few months based on all of my research and testing and trials. And I put together some things that have worked for me with serving my students in school. Now, here comes the coronavirus. Dun, dun, dun. And we have school shutdowns. And we're all having to revamp things as we know it and provide our services in the best way that we can. So now I'm shifting my telepractice program from serving the students in school while I am remote to serving the students at home, their home school, while I am still remote. So here are some of the things that I learned. So first, we call it telepractice or telehealth or teletherapy. But I found that when I am describing this service model to parents and teachers, people don't know what telepractice means. And it's kind of confusing because the word tele sounds like telephone. So it's like, are you doing phone therapy is the question. So what I've started doing is calling it virtual speech therapy. And I know other people do as well, but I found that with the school shut down and all these virtual parties, virtual meetings and all this, people are understanding what the word virtual means. It means more to them now. So I call it virtual speech therapy. First, of course, I recommend you have your computer. You can do speech therapy on, say, a Chromebook or an iPad, even your phone. But all of those things are just a little too small to manipulate. I find that it's best to just do it on a computer with as big a screen as you can find with the working front-facing camera. It's also good that you have a headpiece or an earpiece. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I know sometimes you see the ads for virtual speech therapy and people have on the headgear with the microphone. It's like they're like an AT&T operator. I didn't get all that. I've thought about it and I might get it, but I just thought in terms of starting out, I don't want to go out and buy a whole bunch of equipment that I may not need. So far, I've been doing telepractice with my good old earbuds, They have a microphone. It plugs into my computer. These are my older ones, so you have to check your equipment as far as if you have the lightning plug or the 3.5 millimeter, but some good old headphones, earphones, earbuds. I do recommend that you use plug-in ones and not Bluetooth earpieces, just because sometimes Bluetooth earpieces can get a little glitchy when you're going in and out of sessions, and you just don't want to have one more factor of a computer glitch during your session. So plug-ins are better. You can also use the over-the-ear headphones if it'll fit over your hair. These have a mic, so it's the same effect. And I find that having the microphone with the headphones takes my voice directly into my students' ears and vice versa. Especially because, as you guys know, we're often, listening to sounds. And what did you say? Say that again? Did I hear an R or did I hear a W? Having the headphones helps you to be clear on that. You can even use gaming headphones because it's the same concept. People who are like for real serious gamers, they have headphones with the mouthpiece on it, and those work great as well. All right. Another piece of equipment is, I guess you can call it equipment, are glasses. When you're looking at the computer screen for long amounts of time, your eyes can get a little blurry. You might get a headache. It's because of the screen, the lights from the screen. So having some glasses that have that blue or yellow, whichever color, I'm not an optometrist, but some kind of coating that helps to protect your eyes and do whatever it does to make it better on your eyes from the computer glare. Have those. These are my actual glasses. I am blind for real in real life. So these are my actual glasses that I bought with that special coating on them. But you can go to the store and buy just like reading type glasses, but they're made for computer use. So I recommend them if you're transitioning to doing this, looking at the screen even more than we already look at the screen during our paperwork. You all know what I'm saying. Okay. Now, next, let's talk about environment. It is best to have a plain, decent background, not a lot of things going on behind you that can be distracting to the kid. Also, a higher table to set your computer on so that my camera is here. So my table is higher so that I can angle it and the camera is more at eye level. You don't really want to have your computer on a table below you, because the angle is kind of off there and it has you looking down at the camera and it really highlights the gobble there. Hey, I got the gobble, so I don't want to highlight it. I prefer to have my camera higher up. It's more flattering. Higher table or prop it up. I mean, of course, the kids don't know what you have the computer set on. If you have a good Amazon box or a crate or something, but just set it up so that it's flat, stable, and level with the camera at eye level for you. That'll also be better for you for manipulating everything you need to do. Also, you want to have it quiet. I mean, I think that goes without saying, right? But, quiet, a quiet room. Here's where those headphones come into handy again, because it does block out some of that noise that you might have going on in your life so that your student can hear and focus on your voice. And good, bright lighting. Get as bright as you can because you are the voice speech model for your student. They have to be able to see clearly what you're doing and demonstrating. So make sure your lighting is good. If you don't have good overhead lighting, just go ahead and get a lamp, sort of like that one, pull it right on up, turn on. Now this one has a spotlight, so you feel like a star, because you are a star. So something like that. Pretty much it doesn't really matter. Just, get as bright a light as you can. Now, when I do my sessions here at home, I do sit right here. This is my kitchen because the lighting is really good. It's a nice background here. It's, like I said, plain and simple and not too busy. Next, let me talk about the platform. This is a big question for a lot of us who are starting to get into virtual speech therapy, VST, telepractice. What platform do I use? All right, this is the one that took me the most research because I needed something that was HIPAA and FERPA compliant, basically that it's encrypted on both ends, my end and the student end, so that they are protected from, web spies and, predators and things like that, and protect the privacy of our session. So it has to be HIPAA and FERPA compliant, had to be. Now with our current shutdown times, we got a little bit of flexibility on that. But I would still try to seek out a HIPAA compliant option if you can. So HIPAA compliant, something that's easy to use, something that has features that are necessary, like a whiteboard, screen sharing, and maybe some type of resource library that you can upload your own files to and use from there. But the main things are really screen sharing and or whiteboard. So I did some searching around and I did experiment with Zoom, which we all know, again, in these days, a lot of these platforms are more familiar to us. So Zoom is great because it has those necessary features, but the free version of it is not HIPAA compliant. And the only HIPAA compliant version is the mad expensive version of it. So most of us can't afford that. But now Zoom has opened up their platform so that it's free to some school districts to use, but you still got to check on that because I don't know how much they've opened it up. But Check Zoom out if you like using it. Right now, we have the leniency to use it, the free version without the HIPAA compliancy. So go ahead and take advantage of it if it works for you. Another platform that I looked into was Google Meet. It has the same features, whiteboard, screen sharing. It's free. And if your school district uses the G Suite, like all the Google, everything Google, like mine does, then you could use Google Meet. The issue I ran into with that one was at the time when I was exploring and setting up my program, my school district was not allowing us to use Google Meet as a part of our program and services. So it was off the table for me then, but now in these current times of catastrophe, no, I'm just kidding, it's not catastrophe, I can now use it. And I'm finding that I really like using it for my meetings, and I probably would like using it for my telepractice. But the third one that I tried out that I've settled on is called Thera Platform. It is a self-contained platform meant just for speech pathology and speech therapy telepractice services. It's cool because the benefits, it has those same features, whiteboard, the screen sharing. It has the resource library, so you can upload and add your own files to it, but it also has apps in it. Those apps, man, apps in it that are for our services. There's articulation app, there's question asking and answering app, there's sentence formulation app. So there's all these great apps already in there. Thera Platform is, it does have a monthly rate, and it varies depending on what features you want. But I found it to be pretty good. It's pretty consistent, pretty clear. And usually with the telepractice platforms, each company has its own self-enclosed platform that only they can use. So Thera Platform is pretty much like, a la carte, like anybody can just sign up, get a subscription and use it, like Netflix, So this is not an ad for Thera Platform. I have not been paid by them, but I'm open to it, okay? So do your own research to find the platform that works for you. Now, I know in these times that we have been given more leniency, like I said, with the HIPAA compliancy, but also with the types of platforms we use. So that includes WhatsApp, FaceTime, probably Google Duo, but basically go with what you feel comfortable using and that you think would be easy for the parents to use. One tip with that is you could ask your parents what audio, visual, virtual communication, whatever apps they're used to using, and then kind of make yourself fit within that need. So if they're like, I use FaceTime, that's all I can use, then hey, since you have the leniency now, go ahead and use FaceTime if that's what you want to do. The next point for telepractice, virtual speech therapy, your outfit. It's important, okay? You're sitting at home, you think it doesn't matter. I think it does. So here are my tips, okay? You wear what you want. People usually think that when you're working at home that you're sitting there in your pajama pants. I don't wear pajama pants like that, so I don't. But what I try to do is a little bit of business at the top, party at the bottom. So I'm wearing a simple button up. Again, nothing too flashy, nothing that's going to get in the way of me talking with my hands and gesticulating like I always do. And it's not my clothes don't make any noises or anything to interfere with what the student is hearing. It's not distracting, but it's just a simple top. But I like to wear at the bottom, I like to wear leggings, specifically workout leggings, okay? I definitely recommend leggings because if you're sitting here doing these services, they are comfortable to sit in. And I like to wear workout leggings because I think, well, this will inspire me to get up and stretch and move and maybe even do a quick 5-minute workout in between sessions. Yes, 5-minute workouts do exist. I have resources, okay? But basically, I just feel like I'm ready to do a good stretch and a good workout if I need to. And I'm comfortable while I'm working. I do want to, I guess, touch on materials, but that's more of a cliffhanger. Oh, getting a call. Hey, so-and-so. I don't really